All right, in this video we're going to talk about shading our observation drawing. And you can see that I already have one of my cups close to being done, if not done. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the other cup and how to approach the shading process. So first of all, some people will tell you to start with the lightest values. I'm going to encourage you to start with the darkest values and build into the lighter areas. Just because I think it's easier to identify the dark areas. And so as we look at the still life, and this cup in particular, it's dark on the left side. It actually has a little bit of reflection right there, but it's primarily dark on the left side on the outside, but you'll notice on the inside, the darkest part is on the right inside, right there. And hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. Let me point that out. All right, again, dark on the inside on the right and dark on the outside on the left. So a couple things about shading. First of all, you want to hold your pencil close to the lead, and we are going to take short strokes. We can even shade in a circular direction. But I do not want you holding it like this, shading back and forth, because that's too long or too big of a stroke. So again, get close to your lead and take small strokes. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my paper just a little bit so it's easier to shade for me. The other thing you want to do is shade in the direction of the object, or excuse me, the shape of the object. So instead of going straight across or up and down with this, I'm going to go kind of in a rounded direction like this. So I'm going to take short strokes back and forth, building up those dark areas. And as we want to get lighter going over to this side, I'm just going to reduce the pressure. It's going to get lighter and lighter and lighter. Let me zoom in just a little bit more and see if we can get this focused. Okay, because I don't want to just have it stop abruptly. In fact, the lightest part, boy, is still going to have just a little bit of value. So as I come over here, I'm just barely touching the paper. To get lighter and lighter. So obviously, I've got a long ways to go on this. You can see that as I'm shading, all right, I'm trying to eliminate any possible line direction by going with small strokes. And if you feel like, you know, it's maybe just not dark enough, you can always go back and put another layer on it. For example, let's just say we're doing this area down here, which is really, really dark in the picture. I'm going to go over that just like I've been doing, and this is not done up here, but I want to show you what I'm talking about. So if I go over this and I say, gosh, that's just not very dark, and I really want to build up the intensity of that darkness, I can push harder, or this is one of those times where you could actually go in the other direction. I've gone this way. Now I'm going to build it up a little bit darker by going this way. And that gets rid of any white areas that you might see already in your shading. White dots, white spots. And you can see there's a lot of difference between this and my dark values up here. And again, this has got a long ways to go, but I'm going to encourage you to start with your cups on this particular still life, and then we're going to be working on the eggs, the bowl, the shadow under the bowl, which is extremely dark, and we're even going to do some shading on the table and the wall area back here. So that's just a little guide, a starting point on how to do your shading.